Good afternoon. We're making arancinis today. You're going to need 1 kilo of risotto, not rice, risotto, 2.5 liters of warm water, 200 grams of unsalted butter, probably a good handful of grated Italian cheese, the parmiggiano or the pecorino, it's up to you. A little bit of saffron, you can either buy it like that or in a powder form, and 2 cubes of dado chicken or beef stock cubes. You also need either provolone or mozzarella, some flour and water to cover the arancini with, and plain breadcrumbs. You're going to need also the bolognese. I'm making 22 arancinis. So the bolognese is down below. If you Google bolognese sauce, it will show you how I did that. Okay. And I also have the contraption here to make round arancinis. Okay. I bought this from the shops. If you want to Google it, you can order it. Okay. So that makes the round ones. So, and you're also going to need a tray like this just to put the rice in after it's cooked to cool down before we start. The rice needs to be cooled down before we start. In the large saucepan, I've added the butter, the saffron, the salt, and the stock cube. So that's water, saffron, butter, salt, and stock cube. So that's going to come to the boil. And then we're going to add the rice, the risotto. Okay, now the water and the butter is boiling, so I'm going to add the risotto. Now once this comes to the boil, at the moment it's on a high heat. Once it comes to the boil, we're going to put it on medium. So it's just boiling but not overly boiling, okay? So let's just wait till this comes to boil first before lowering the temperature down. Okay, now it's come to the boil, so I'm going to lower the temperature down to medium and we're going to stir. This part takes a while, but you need to cook it like this, like a slight boil until all the water is absorbed and the rice is no longer hard, so it needs to be soft in the mouth. So the water needs to all absorb, and that's when you'll know it's cooked. So we'll continue on. Okay, so the water has been all absorbed. I tasted the rice. It's nice and soft. It's not hard to the bite. And now I'm going to add 4 tablespoons of Parmesan cheese. Put it in the tray to cool. Once it's totally cool, then you can commence doing the balls. While the rice is cooling down, I'm going to make the paste that goes around the arancini. A long time ago they used to use egg. Now they use this. It's just flour and water to the consistency of runny, I don't know, dishwashing detergent sort of thing. The consistency. Okay, the bolognese sauce, nice and tight cooked, the plain breadcrumbs, and obviously the dado or the small pieces of provolone cheese cut in cubes is better than this. This probably takes up more room. I think the other one's better. This is just mozzarella cheese, but the provolone is nicer. In your tray, you need to get that ready. So just put the rice in here, and once you've got it in there nice and tight, you put that in the top like that, and you push down, right? And then that creates a hole for you to put the bolognese in. 1, 2, maybe 3. Everyone's in. You could put 2, you could put 3, okay? Depends on the size of your arancini balls. The cheese, you can put it either on the top or on the bottom, it doesn't matter. Obviously, as I said, the cube is way better of cheese. Then you put some more on top. And with the other end, not with this end, but with this end here, you push down. And voila. There you go. So now we're going to put it in the mixture of water and flour. And someone else is helping you. You put it in the breadcrumbs. I'll go and wash my hands. Okay, so we made 25 for 1 kilo of rice, so they're going to be covered, and I'm going to put them in the fridge and deep fry them tomorrow in canola oil. Make sure your oil is nice and hot, or you can also deep fry them straight away. But yeah, I'm deep frying them tomorrow and I'll show you the end result. So I'm cooking them today in sunflower oil. You can use canola. I just like the taste of the sunflower a little bit better. So it's nice and hot. The deep fry is always good because you've got a set gauge on high and it doesn't move from that temperature, rather than if you put it in a deep saucepan with oil, it's very hard to control the oil heat. But if you haven't got a deep fryer, you're going to have to make do with a deep saucepan. Make sure you keep it well away from the top of the edge, the oil, because it will spill over.